Good morning, everybody. This is Kyle Speed 1 coming to you from the racetrack. Well, today I have a project that I just finished up, and it's this little blue blur. Say that 5 times fast. Zipping around my racetrack, shows up really well on the track. Runs smooth as a Singer sewing machine. And I'm quite pleased with the way that it turned out. Now then, if you'll bear with me, to those who are not familiar with the Area71 slot cars, they are based in Italy. And they do these 3D printout kits of the body and the chassis. The rest of the parts will be that of a resin variety. And they also offer the clear vacuum formed pieces for your glass that goes into the car, no matter what, whatever shape or form that it takes, it's made for that car. And that's pretty much it. You've got to buy the motor, the axles, the gears, and the guide, as well as the wheels and tires. And some of the kits offer wheel inserts and such. That's fine. This particular car didn't, and that's because it uses wire wheels. Okay, so when it gets back around, there, I stopped it. There she is. Isn't she beautiful? Gorgeous little car. Now then, we'll set it over here. Those are BRM aluminum wire wheels with their knockoffs glued onto the wheels. Okay. Pieces like the grill, the bumper, the headlight covers, the windshield, the door handles, the tail lights, the rear bumper, the driver's head, if I didn't already say that, is all in the kit. Well, I just told you what the basic kit is. The wheels are not in the kit. You have to order those. And without going too deep into it, I had a lot of fun doing this car, and I'm very pleased with how the paint job turned out. Turned out absolutely gorgeous. It's a blue metallic, and it's made by Vallejo, true metallic metal. Okay. Sapphire blue. Okay. This is not diluted for instant use into your airbrush. The consistency is way too thick. So if you want to use it in your airbrush, you're going to have to add a little bit of water to the paint, mix it really, really well till it's the right consistency where it flows out of your airbrush really nice, not too watery, and of course, if it's too thick, it'll start splattering all over the place. There you go. Very, 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 very pleased with how that Vallejo turned out on this car. Very pleased. The interior was painted with acrylic paints. You see how it's got the dash, it's got the interior, the driver's head and driver on there. That's an insert. Now, those lights in the grill, I added those. Those did not come with a kit. Okay. The windshield wipers come with a kit. The exhaust tips come with a kit, as well as the clear vacuum form parts, i.e. headlight covers, windshield, and tail light covers. Yeah. Now, here is the kit number. Okay. This was purchased from Electric Dreams a couple of weeks ago. And it was a pretty simple, straightforward kit to put together. I will warn you, these resin parts can be quite fragile. Be very, very careful, i.e. these door handles. They can snap on you, and if that happens, you're in big trouble because there's not any spares of these small parts included with the kit. So if you mess up, you mess up. You're going to have to try to do something different. Now, this is their chassis. The black is their chassis with a slotted inline boxer motor, a inline, I believe it's a 9 or a 10 tooth pinion, and then I think this one here, the red one, it's a 30 tooth crown gear. All right, with slotted axles, slotted bearings, okay, slotted motor pod screws. That is a slot invasion guide, which I highly recommend slot invasion guides. They're great guides, good quality, actually great quality. All right, and then as I told you before, those are BRM tires and wheels, if I can get it to focus again. BRM tires and wheels. These are 22 by 7s and 22 by, I guess it's 10. Okay. Now I ordered those because they still have them in stock. As of this moment, I'm not sure, because you got to remember all these tariffs and what have you are increasing the cost, not only for you, but they're increasing the cost for the dealers here in the United States trying to purchase these things. BRM is a Italian company, all right? And so the shipping and the taxes are going to be a little bit higher, like it is for Britain. And some of these hobby shops and online stores and the such here in the United States, if they sold out of it, who knows when they're going to get any more. Not anytime soon, from what I've been seeing. 132 slot cars online was the only place I could find those particular rims. If you're going to have to go somewhere else to try to purchase wire wheels, especially if it's overseas, you're going to pay higher price for it. I guess we'll put her back on the track. I do have something to tell you. If you're not familiar with Area 71 slot cars, they're 3D printed bodies. They do make some of these cars in resin, cast resin, but this is not one of them. This is the 3D printed variety. And the texture of the surface and interior of that product is rough. It's rough. So I've tried two different methods, and the method that turns out the best every time is to lightly sand the body down carefully. You don't have to press hard. Sand the body down. I did with like 280 grit, just to scuff it up a little bit more. Knock some of the top peaks. You'll feel it when you rub your finger across the surface. To knock those down a little bit, then I'll come back, wash the car, let it dry real well. Then I'll come back with my Tamiya light gray primer aerosol can, and I'll start layering primer coats. In this particular car, it took 5 coats of primer before I got the smoothness that I wanted out of this body. And so if you buy an Area 71 slot car kit, it requires more work for finished product on the body than it does for Slotted or anybody else that offers a white kit. You know, that comes in the white, and you have to paint it, detail it, decal it, clear coat it, and then put the rest of the car together. Okay? The Area 71 cars require a lot more work to them. But in the end, in some of these instances, you have a car that's not modeled by major slot car manufacturers. Okay? And so if you want something like that, you're going to have to go outside the norm and approach companies like the Area 71 and take a look at their inventory and see which kit speaks to you and buy it. And they, you know, basic price is like $80 for a kit. That just includes the clear parts, the resin parts, and the 3D printed body and the chassis. Some of them do include the wheel inserts. And that's it. That's all you get out of the kit. You've got to purchase everything else. But as I said, sometimes it's worth it because you got something that's unique. That might not be in mass production by a major slot car manufacturer. And I cannot get over that metallic blue from Vallejo. I can't tell you how happy I am the way that turned out. It's really beautiful. This took, I think I put a total of 4 clear coats on it. Put 3 coats of the blue metallic on it as the base coat, and then I sprayed the Rust-Oleum ×2 gloss clear, and that's what was achieved. Now, bumpers, headlights, the tip of the air scoop on the hood, that was a hand painted. The windshield frame was hand painted. So were the windshield wipers. These little doohickeys back here, those were hand painted. The trunk release, get my finger there. The trunk release is a resin part that you have to paint. I hand painted that. These rear bumpers, and I hand painted the rear tail lights and the exhaust and the door handles and the side grills. Okay, so again, requires a little bit more work than your average slot car, but in this instance, I believe it was well worth it. The car runs, as you saw, smooth and quiet on the track. No problems at all. It looks great on the track. And I did not do this, even though the driver has a helmet on it, on him. I did not decal this up to be a race car, because this is a quite rare car that Ferrari did for America. The 250 GT California in 1/32 scale. Not too many of those were made, and it was specifically for America that they made them. So I've researched on the internet a little bit about this car, and I didn't see a single picture. Now, if you come across one, let me know. But I didn't see a single example where this car was actually in a race, a sanctioned race. Okay, it is basically a street car. That's all it is. All right. And so, if you have any questions, don't be shy. Reach out to me and ask me. Like and comment if you wish. That's always helpful. And I guess that's about all I got for you today. This is basically what I've been up to. I'm on another project from the Area71 that I'm trying to finish up. And soon I'll be showcasing it. So stay tuned for the next one. I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.